but I won't. Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive, life. If you hadn't run away every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. But you didn't know me, all you wanted was a game.
Was a game to play. Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness, man. It was all a game to play. Hello, everybody. In the words of the legendary Amon Wiggins, get in here. It is time for a legendary show. Welcome in, everybody. Let me get our music on because higher is waiting, lower is available, and either way, we are about to go on tour. Let me get my banner up as well. Welcome in, everybody. Y'all like the thumbnail? I'm trying to shake up the channel a little bit. Good evening, Nikki. I'm gonna say this right off top. There has been a lot of hurt around the way. I think to judge somebody, hang on, let me get this music right because I want this to be fully heard. I think to throw people off with calling somebody a name is disrespectful, especially when that person has done nothing wrong to you. If you have to make fun of somebody else just to join in, you have a limited range of vocabulary. I'm not that hard to find. I did try to do the right thing and just call and say, hey, let's talk. But, hey, they didn't want to respond, or maybe they just need some time. I talked to a friend of mine today, and, they let me know some things. And they said that sometimes you can't be a peacemaker. And I'm beginning to realize more and more often that trying to do the right thing, it sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, right? You're not going to please everybody. I have nothing but love for that content creator. Still do. I support her since day one. And I thought and still think she is gifted, creative. She can hold her own with the best of them. I don't even think it was about me, because I think the question that I said was not disrespectful, because it's been said by her, the interviewer, many other people. And at the end of the live today, there was a young lady that said, I don't even think it was about him. So to be used as a scapegoat, and for someone to say that, hey, oh my God, I gotta go. And then other people laugh, and then another person saying, well, I don't go to It Boy's channel because it's messy. Listen, like I said, to each their own. I'm just tired of it all. My day today was actually really good. I went out and about today. I got me some Taco Bell and some Wendy's. And I just got out the house because, being cooped up in the house is not good for your mental. So I literally just got out. And I was talking with a friend of mine from Clubhouse, and she lives in Hawaii. And I was thinking about her today because I hadn't heard from her. And y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe as well. Thank y'all for being here. And, we were talking about, moves and everything else. And, I said to her, the hardest thing about making a move is doing the work to make the move. And what I've come to realize is that, hey, listen, Gloria, I tried to make the good out of what I could. And you know what? It was a good day because I'm above ground today. I will say this, that person who said, I gotta go. I have never said anything mean about them. When they made it to 7,000, I said, congratulations. When they talked about their personal struggle with a particular medical issue. I wish them well. Um, and I do wish people well. I really do. And my friend said to me, don't respond. And I feel them on that because, child, at the end of the day, all this doesn't matter. It really doesn't. But I do feel, because I have been respectful, it's only the right thing to do, to respond, because I have people who genuinely believe in me. My mom, my dad, my sister, my brothers, my uncles, my aunties, my cousins, my nieces, my nephews, all of you. And the last couple of days have been crazy. And when I say everything that glitters ain't gold, I mean that. So, am I disappointed that I got talked about that way? Sure I am. I think to be able to tell someone not to react when you know you haven't done anything wrong, even though you are trying to be in their corner, and I understand that, that person has the right to speak, especially when they know they haven't done anything wrong. Gloria Strickland celebrating 55 years young today. I'm gonna put that pin. I'm gonna pin that comment up and sing "Happy Birthday to you, Happy Birthday to you, Happy Birthday, Gloria Strickland, Happy Birthday to you, and many more. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. And I know that this is probably going to be said, somebody's channel. I think at the end of the day, I talked about this in the Ime Udoka story and Nia Long story. I just uploaded it tonight. That, I think a lot of times we really do need to stay out of other people's business. And that was told to me. And I agree with that. I think that space, time, and the process of healing is important. When I saw that story, the first thing I thought about was Nia, the person, not the star, but the person. And I thought about Ime Udoka and how, he is in the NBA, and trust me, there's more in the NBA than just that. But I thought to myself, how in the world is this man able to wake up knowing that he made a mistake, but he's not a mistake? He made a mistake, but he's not a mistake. And then I thought about the kids, as I often do on this channel, and y'all can type a 1 in the chat if I'm fair in every video, or y'all can type a 2 in the chat if I'm a little shady in every video. Let me know. And I thought about the kids. And I said, you know what? If those two are going to get back together, why not? Right? Because I think at the end of the day, people give up too easily in life. I think they give up way too easily. And, my mom, she said to me, people may not remember what you say, they may not remember what you do, but they always remember how you made them feel. And to be real with y'all, of all of this shit, sorry, y'all, I'm just tired. Okay, so please forgive me. With everything that has happened these last couple of days, I was talking to a young lady today, and just trying to put myself out there. And of course, it didn't turn out the way I thought. But as I walked away today, I felt proud of putting myself out there. I shared a story with her that I'll share with y'all. I have an aunt who's no longer here with us, God rest her soul. And she would have this thing. Me and my family went to Branson, Missouri every year for a vacation. And we got this thing. It's a wooden block that says walk around the block. And you just put it on the ground and you walk around this wooden block, right? And I said to her, when I put that block on the ground, I think of her. And I think sometimes we think that walking the block has to be this big thing of you got to have a destination. But sometimes we just need to walk around the block to know that The energy that you have when you start walking is not the energy you have to have when you stop walking the block. And so I send love to anyone and everyone. Um, Emotionally, I am tired. Emotionally, I am drained. And emotionally, I'm just, I'm like that dude who blacked out in Bama. And he said, well, there was a guy who had a seat, and I thought that other guy should have a seat. That's where I'm at mentally. I think everybody should just have a seat. And I just want y'all to know it gets exhausting trying to give soul to commentary. It gets exhausting trying to give grace. It gets exhausting when all you're trying to do is ask questions to gain an understanding. And it's the most exhausting when facts have been spoken, but those people are not willing to hear you out. Their facts can be spoken, but yours can't be heard. And y'all, I'm just over it. I really am. Like this. And like I said, y'all can type a 1 in the chat if I've ever dragged anybody, if I've ever been mean to anybody, if I ever just done the most to anybody, because I don't think I have. I don't think I have. That content creator, I've supported her since day one. Chef is what it is at this point. Chef, I got nothing but love for you, bro. I got nothing but love for you. I really do. But I would never have somebody laugh at you in my chat. Because guess what? We all go through ish. We do. And I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I'm just tired. At the end of the day, we're both black men. And I want to see you win. I do. Like you said, you want to see me win. You want to see us all win. We got to be able to respect each other. And I know I haven't done anything to you. If I have, let's just talk. Same thing with any of y'all. If I've done something, let's just talk about it. I'm not that hard to reach. It's funny. Someone said today that I go from a preacher to over the top, unnecessary, you know. What was it? I think I went from a deacon to unnecessarily being aggressive. I think sometimes the reason why that looks that way is because that's just my passion. But I think through my passion is a voice that deserves to be heard. And I think at the end of the day, just because that's one side of me doesn't mean that's all of me. So I love all of those people. I love all of you. I am just mentally tired. I don't know how to have words. I don't know how to feel. But what I do know is that I'm still above ground. And in 2 days, I'll be turning 29 years young. And when I think about 29 years upon the earth, I think of 29 years of having a mom and dad, 29 years of having a sister that we always haven't been the best, but I think we're definitely better now than we were. I think of 29 years of mistakes, but I think 29 years of joy too. And with everything that has happened in my life, when I look back at it, I'm grateful that on August 10th, 1994, my parents decided with God and all the other elements to bring me in this world. so I can be on someone's list rather, to make a change, to create impact, and to be able to leave something good. Because at the end of the day, I can be a problem, I can be a solution, but either way, the world's still turning. Question is, how are we going to contribute and be better as a people? So, with that being said, we got a fight to talk about in Bama, damn it. We got a fight to talk about in Bama. I just had to get that out, y'all. I'm sorry. I had to get that out. I had to. And you know what, to be honest, I think I was, am, and I'm executing great energy right now. Braylon, don't let other people's dysfunction knock you off your square. Stay focused and do and be what God has created you to be. #great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I love you, Charlene, for that. May, please don't let these people get to you. That's what they want. We have to stay strong. I agree. I want you to enjoy your vacation, most of all your birthday. Thank you. I see you, Leo. Now get yourself together. Braylon, please block the outside noise. The deliverance of what slides off of one's tongue as a CC is what keeps me supporting them. And sir, you keeps me coming back. Stay strong. It's okay. Don't be sorry though. Oh, I'm not. I just want the receipts to be out there of, if you don't know what to do, I'm not the best, I'm not the worst guy, but here's a receipt on how at least try. So let's talk about this doggone fight. Okay, y'all. Whew, okay. Taisha J. Oh my God. Taisha J said, Brandon, you are gonna be fine if you don't let these people be them and you be you. Doggone it. Well, listen, after we fight, can I get a hug though? I love you. I love you. I really do. All right, let's get to this fight in Bama, damn it. Let's get to this fight in Bama. So basically what happened? The captain of a riverboat remained away from the dock for 45 minutes because the private boat was blocking the entryway so there was a riverboat that needed to come in. So y'all know when you're going on cruises and things like that, they have ports to call, like Port Canaveral, the Caribbean, Barbados, Punta Cana. I'm trying to think. Virgin Voyages Beach Club, right? Bimini. So because this riverboat could not pull in because of this private boat, there was a argument going on. There was a black security guard. The owners of the boat confronted the co-captain of the boat. The co-captain of the riverboat were obscene and aggressive. He was doing his job. 13 people were detained, but ultimately released. And there was a man that whooped this person with a chair. Oh my God. And you know what? Honestly, I do not condone violence, but I am here for the energy, because sometimes you just gotta lay somebody straight. You do. You just gotta lay them straight. And I wish that God could I'm gonna try to get my rest beautiful, but y'all know I go live Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so I was gonna go live anyway today. But yeah, so I love you, Linda Gamble. Thank you very much. Look, listen, Gloria, hey man, listen, I'm doggone it, I want that too. However, in the same token, we can want that, but we also got to be comfortable with the fact that we may not get peace and love in life. The only thing you can do is to create the peace and love that you can receive, that you can take in, and that you can make your life better from. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, child. So, but y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're in here chilling. But no, when I saw that video, I was like, oh my God. Like, really though? That was just so out. And not to mention too, like, listen, your boat is your boat, but you also have to obey the rules of the sea, right? Like that's just common sense. When you get a boating license, there are rules to boating. You know what I mean? So I don't get why we live in a society today where disrespect is tolerated. I mean, people throwing cell phones, people throwing water. I mean, I don't get this. I really don't get this. Like, I don't know if y'all know, but it is hard for some people to wake up some days. Like, really, like, child, I'm trying to. I'm trying to. And yeah, by the way, like, comment, share, and subscribe, y'all. And thank you for being here. I truly mean that. I really, from the bottom of my heart, there's no, I don't even know if I can be articulate enough to say how much I'm grateful for y'all. But I genuinely don't get it, because the world is hard to live in today. Good God. I mean, when you see today that all you see is violence and movies and sex on TV, but where are those good old-fashioned values that we used to rely? Lucky there's a Family Guy. All that he can do, da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, laugh and cry. He's a Family Guy. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, for those of you who don't know how that song was inspired, you know, Seth MacFarlane, the legendary Seth MacFarlane, loved All in the Family as a show. Loved All in the Family as a show. And thank you. I appreciate that, Linda. I appreciate that. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, like I said, Seth MacFarlane was inspired by All in the Family, and he wanted to create a cartoon to depict what life used to be like, but also the hypocrisies and the audacities of life. You know what I mean? And I remember when television was television, and newspapers were newspapers, radio was radio, magazines were magazines, and cell phones were cell phones. And now, because everybody in the world has access to technology and a platform, everybody got a voice now. And can I be real with y'all something? Like, can we really talk? Like, can we talk? I can't stand social media. For real. I'm gonna be real with you. And I know what people are going to say in the comment section. Well, Bray, if you don't like it, you get off of YouTube. Well, you're right, but I got 1,070 something people that believe in me, so I'm sorry. Unlike some of y'all, I actually give a damn about commitment. I give a damn about energy. I give a damn about investing in people. Sorry. Go play Monopoly and hopefully land on Boardwalk, because listen, the board or the boards of wood that you're trying to walk on to have your truth, it falls as lies to me. But no, seriously, I when times were simpler, it wasn't this much confusion. It wasn't this much strife, and it wasn't this much sadness. I've always said this. The United States, to me, seems to be able to deal with more in grief, sadness, and tragedy than love, joy, and positivity. I've always believed that. I mean, one of my favorite anime movies is Rio. If you haven't seen it, you should see it. I think it's from DreamWorks. But there's a scene in the movie, and it's about this blue macaw that is the last blue macaw on the earth. And somehow they find a female blue macaw and they have to repopulate the earth. And there's a scene called Carnival. I never knew what Carnival was before, but seeing that animation sequence, I'm like, that would be so amazing to go to. Just people in colorful costumes, dancing through the streets, getting along, celebrating each other, lifting up one another. And I wish we could do that more over here. I do. And I guess that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm trying to get into media, is because I want to bring that Carnival energy. I want to bring that Karamu energy. If y'all don't know what Karamu is, it is a Black MIPOC graduation. If you ever get the chance to go, please go. It is beyond amazing. I want to go to India and just take in the beauty of India. Yes, I know that India can be dirty, it can be this, it can be that, but the colors, the people, the way the Indian women wear their dresses and the way the Indian men carry themselves, like it's such a culture. And there was a picture that I saw, the Taj Mahal. On one side, it was the ghetto. But on the other side was this beautiful masterpiece of a building. And there's a song from India.Arie that says, the ghetto, it might as well be another country. The barrio, as that says, where's another country? When you look around, you may be living other country too. And places in Savannah that remind me of Havana. I'm telling you, India.Arie Ghetto, listen to that song. It'll evolve your life. Not change your life. It'll evolve your life. Taisha J says, allegedly there were people waiting 30 minutes those people were waiting for 30 minutes to tell them to move the boat, and they went in time. Exactly right. Like, just because you have a boat doesn't mean you get to act a fool. Like, I you know what? Honestly, if I was the person in charge of the riverboat, I would go to the licensing place. The DMV, child. The DMV. I would go to the DMV and make a suit. Make a complaint about this, and let them review their boating license. And if their boating license get taken away, so what? That's what I genuinely think should happen. But also I think sometimes, I've often said this, from being down south, there are people who believe family is police. You know what I mean? But yes, let's see. Stephanie 614 says YouTube has too many right fighters, as Dr. Phil would say. I agree with that. Linda Gamble says, this year of revelations, people are showing their true colors. Just be yourself. Thank you so much. Bray, you try to get a record deal up in here. I am not. I can't sing. I cannot sing. I can host, but I cannot sing. Taisha J said, Linda, exactly. That's why I told Braylon to be you himself. I receive the love. I feel the love. And I send it all back to you. I really do appreciate it. My goodness. Just anyway. I'm gonna get to those a little bit later, but yeah, what do y'all think about the fight? Let me know what y'all thinking. I'm gonna bring y'all up, and just here in a little bit. I got some more stories for y'all. But yeah, did y'all know that the Made in America Music Festival is canceled this year? We're gonna be talking about that tonight inside the Onyx Collab, 10/9 Central, only on Clubhouse. So I'm gonna talk about that, because Made in America is Jay-Z's music festival. And it just came out the blue today that it is canceled. And it was like, what? Like that's one of the biggest music festivals of all time. Jay-Z's Made in America, I'm reading this from New York Daily News. Jay-Z's Made in America cancels 2023 festival headlined by Lizzo due to severe circumstances outside of control. What do you think got blown out of proportion? You mean, I got you. Okay, I got you, Queen. I got you. I agree. It definitely was blown out of proportion. The plug. Oh, child, I don't want Etsy. Okay, there we go. The plug has been pulled on the 2023 Made in America Festival, which was set to take place the first weekend of September and feature Lizzo as a headliner. Y'all know Lizzo has been in the news, as Broadway Joe from Power 92 Jams would say. But also, Lizzo was going to be there. SZA was going to be there. It's going to be a huge curation of great artists and music. The organizers of the two-day event, curated by Jay-Z, announced August 8th, that is today, that the cancellation was due to severe circumstances outside of production control. They did not elaborate on what those circumstances entailed. SZA, Coco Jones, Ice Spice, Lil Yachty, Miguel, and Tems were among this year's lineup of performers. And they posted this on Twitter. I'm not calling it X. No one calls it X. X is a letter of the alphabet. It's called Twitter. Due to severe circumstances outside of production control, the 2023 Made in America Festival will no longer be taking place. This decision has been difficult and has not been made lightly, nor without immense deliberation. Made in America has a legacy of delivering exceptional experiences. For music fans and concert goers, it is our commitment to always deliver a top-tier festival experience. We're looking forward to returning to Benjamin Franklin Parkway and to the great city of Philadelphia in 2024. All ticket holders will be refunded at original point of purchase. So when you go to a music festival, there's the general admission tickets, there's the early bird tickets, there's the VIP tickets. Shout out to them for giving back everybody their money. I think Jay-Z has more class than Travis Scott. I'm just going to say that right now. I think what happened at Astro World was just ridiculous. And, listen, I know that at the end of the day, people could say, people should have behaved themselves. This situation should happen. That situation should happen. At the end of the day, Travis Scott. I'm sorry. By the way, Tory Lanez went to jail for 10 years for, knocking the foot. I'm using that very calmly, knocking the foot on Megan Thee Stallion. And, I want to get to that first before this Travis Scott thing. Because I think at the end of the day with Tory Lanez, and don't worry, I'm going to get back to that. I'm a rambling comes greatness. Just give me time. When I first heard about the Megan Thee Stallion case, I'm just like, dude, really? Really? Like if you have to have a limited range of actions, that limited, you should not be in any situation where it involves you being around people. Because when I heard, I'm like, really though? Really though? The foot? Like, you do realize that could have paralyzed her. You do realize that there were consequences where she may not have had a life. You do realize that what you did could have been way worse. And, the dad was outside the jail just saying, I think it's wrong and we're going to fight. And sir, your son did the wrong thing to his girlfriend. Would you have the same energy, Tory Lanez's dad, if somebody were to, knock your wife's foot? Would you have the same energy? Just asking a question. Like, where in the world do we get away with just acting a fool and accepting it in society? I don't get it. He better be lucky he got 10 years. And he better be lucky that He got a sentence to be in a cell, and not a sentence where he might not be able to live a sentence, okay? Because Megan Thee Stallion's from Houston, Texas. Like I said, down south, they believe family is police. So that's all I gotta say on that. Now, back to Travis Scott. With Travis Scott, everybody can say what they want to. But to be real with y'all, I think that Travis Scott should have been responsible. I'm sorry. Like, it's like over a $2 billion lawsuit and you're settling. Like, dude, just come out and say, I was wrong. There was a 9-year-old that passed away from this. Can you imagine sending off your kid to something that makes them happy and then walking in your door to not have that happiness around you no more? Like, are we serious here? There were people who passed away that were husbands and wives. There were business owners that gave jobs. And for some of you, you're going to say, well, Braylon, everybody has a title. You're right. Everybody has a title. But screw the title. It's about the responsibilities they won't be able to carry out anymore because somebody was ignorant, a travesty, and a waste of space by not being responsible. I just don't get it. I really just don't get why in the world, from having an opinion to not being able to hold an audience responsibly, to just being upset because you have a boat. Really? Like what we doing? What we doing here? I don't get this. And y'all wonder why people don't want to speak out on nothing. Because when you speak out, you get dragged. But when you want sympathy, when you want support, when you want somebody to come in your corner, you complain about why isn't nobody around with me? Well, maybe it's the energy you gave. Give and it shall be given unto you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, men will give into your bosom. The only way that things are going to be running over is if you give energy that deserves to be running over. You can't ask for an overflow and you don't overflow in being responsible and being respectful and actually executing good energy. What we doing here? Hey, Rude Jones, good to see you, Queen. What we doing here? I genuinely don't get it. I genuinely just do not get it. And like I said, far be it for me to open up my doggone mouth. But everyone else is opening up their mouth too. Like really, just I'm just so over the mental control that people are trying to have over people. My God, this ain't the 1800s, people. I went to the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History, and interesting fact that you guys may not know is that the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History, that was the last stop on Underground Railroad. Y'all, when I walked in that museum, like I said, Little Rock 9 in Little Rock, Arkansas is where I'm from, right? And that's a historic site. Like it won't ever be torn down. I thought that was something special. But to see this Museum of African American History, I got to see the inside of I got to see the inside of a replica of a slave ship. And I was so bothered by it. I had to give my professor the deepest hug because I just didn't know how to feel. I didn't. And I remember also too going to the Jim Crow Museum at Ferris State University. And I got to see rope. I got to see rope in that rope way. I got to see a white woman with a gorilla on as a magazine cover. I saw so much there. I got to see the Motown Museum, which for me was a genuine thrill. A genuine thrill to be in Studio A, the greats of Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5, Stevie Wonder, Lionel Richie, the Marvelettes, the Supremes, Miss Ballard, Diana Ross, Mary Wilson, God rest her soul. And you know why I got out of that trip? History is out here. We just don't want to see it. That's what it is. And I feel like that's where we are in the world today with social media. There are receipts out here about people, but because those receipts don't agree with your truth, you want to say it don't matter. Well, I pray to God Almighty that if you ever go through something, that receipts will be out there about the goodness of who you are, not just the badness that they want to drag of you. Because this is ridiculous. And you know what? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm being very real with you. I'm going to drop the link in just a second. I want to get this out because there's a huge debate on dating and relationships. We talked about that on my virtual tour live, talking about Kendra G and me, Kendra G, Braylon L. Y'all go watch that. A fabulous conversation. And shout out to Patricia. And Patricia, you were in the chat today, and I was so proud of you. Go ahead, Patricia. So proud of you. And Peggy, I saw you too. Ooh, child. It's amazing. People say they can have disagreements, but yet be upset with somebody having an opinion. Amazing how that happens, right? But anyway, so hey, Phyllis Crawford, good to see you, Queen. But no, Patricia and we talked about a segment of dating and relationships about widows. And how there are some people who can't see being married because they don't know if they could find someone to love them like they had. And I'm like, wow, there are people out here struggling to get anybody. But imagine trying to find love after you had the ultimate love. And I think the reason why some people may not be in relationships, and I've said this, I'm not an advocate for hookup culture, but I understand it. I understand it because people are tired of their emotions being played with. They are tired of people not matching the energy. And they are so tired of taking a chance and that chance not being respected. So when it comes to my point of view about having kids, I'm like, I don't want to bring kids into this. If my kids got experience, hoodlums, trash, deplorables like this on social media in general, with with haters like that, child, who needs to come into that? I'm sorry, what? And it's sad because there are so many women that want to be good mothers that can't because of medical issues. And there's so many men that want to be good fathers, that they want to bring the kids into the world, but they don't want to bring kids into the world because of the toxicity, the negativity, and just the doggone strife of this world. And that's sad. It's damn sad because that means futures are not developing. That means the greatness of who they can be won't be happening. And what we can learn from those lives won't ever be anything because of negativity in the world. And that's sad. It's damn sad. Y'all give me a moment. I'm going to drop the link. I want to hear from you. Y'all give me a moment. All right, y'all. The link is pinned if you want to come up with your man, your friend, and family member. Let's see. Stephanie614 says, Braylon, the state of our country is in this position. We want to tear people. We want to tear down people and call them names. We don't agree for party affiliation. People didn't want the jab and they were ostracized. I totally agree with you. Stephanie, I'm not sorry. Gloria Queen, welcome in and happy birthday to you. How you feel on this special day?
Thanks. I feel good. Appreciate
Wonderful,
it.
wonderful, wonderful. No, congratulations on making it here to this point in your life. I can only imagine how that feels for sure.
Yes. I just wanted to say, about the other night, everybody was millimeters, but if I can only imagine how Mel felt, because I'm sure someone sent her
Sure,
that stuff, and I
sure.
would not want nobody to represent me acting
Absolutely.
like that. It was a lot. But I think, like I said in the chat, it could have been resolved, but it was the outside noise in the chat.
I agree.
Well, I'm so much older than you. My oldest son is older than you. But when you were in school and somebody be like want to fight you and you be trying to walk away, they be like, "No, go get him. No, go get him." That's how it was in that chat the other night, and it was so unnecessary.
It was. It
It
was.
was not. But if the outside noise would have just let if the parties handle it, it wouldn't have turned out the way that it did.
I agree.
And Mel, she don't know any of us, and she's probably
She don't.
saying, you know, these people representing me? Are you serious?
I agree.
I would have
I
thrown.
absolutely agree.
Hey, look, I would have thrown the cover over my head. I would not.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Because we have to think back to all the stuff that Mel has been through.
Yep.
Name me one time you seen her act that way.
That's very true. And you know what? Honestly, to tell you the truth, um, at the end of the day, I said some things, moved some ways, and just executed energy that was not becoming of me. I'll be very real on that.
Well, you know
Um,
what? I have to tell myself every day, people cause you to go to hell. I'm not gonna let these people cause me to go to hell. I would
that
have got
part.
removed myself from the situation. Even though I feel like everybody has their own opinion, everybody
Right.
wants to be right. Everybody just get off the chat and let these people handle this. How about
Yep.
that?
I agree. I agree. And that's exactly how it should have been. And, to anyone that is debating on, ooh, child, on how you should feel right now,
Mm-hmm.
feel how you feel, but just be responsible for how you feel too.
Mm-hmm. And
Recognize. No, go
At the
ahead.
end of the day, your feelings is all you got. Everybody that was in that chat, whatever, had feelings, but it was overwhelming. It was tiresome. It was just a lot. And then also there was some, I'll say, decent people in the chat trying to get the outsiders to stop edging it on,
Right.
but they would not. They just kept going and going. Oh my
Right.
God, it was no. I would not want none of those people representing me. No,
I
forget,
agree.
forget the millimeters. I don't need no millimeters acting like this. No, that's
Yep.
embarrassing.
No, and I totally agree. And listen, at the end of the day, um, one thing that I think we gotta be able to do is to recognize just because somebody responds doesn't mean that they're being hateful.
Mm-hmm.
Just because somebody is responding doesn't mean they don't have the comprehension to have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And just because somebody responds does not mean that there's nothing good in them. There was a whole movie called Inside Out. Somehow everybody thought that every emotion was a great character, including anger. So if we can all go to an animated movie about emotions and get along over an animated movie that's not even real, can we at least get along about human emotion?
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, the question I keep asking is this: if somebody were to come for somebody you love or a family member with the same energy you gave to me or to anybody else on social media, would you have the same energy? That's the only question I have. That's the only question I have. And if you can't say that, then that lets me know everything that you are. That this was just so you can have something going on in your life, so you can have something to talk about, and so that way you can control the masterpiece that you want to display. And this is what I've come to realize. Everybody in your life is going to have a masterpiece of who they think you are. Here's the flip side. You don't have to accept that masterpiece in your art gallery. You don't. You absolutely do not. And so what I want to say to Melody, and I know she probably ain't watching or in the chat, but you know, it is what it is. I think at the end of the day, this is my platform, and you know, if we're going to be better, then we need to execute that. Melody, I'm sorry. Because I think I'm very fair in all my videos. I shade a little bit, but I think I'm very fair in all my videos. I try to put soul, I try to put compassion, but above all else, I try to put everything that everyone's ever invested into me in every video.
You're not the only person that owes Mel an apology. All those people that was up there, they even the outsiders, mainly the outsiders, they owe Mel an apology. That was just over the top. It was just really way too much. No, you know what else? In order to understand a person, you have to hear a complete sentence.
Yes, you do.
Let the person talk. Let the person finish what they're gonna say, and then you respond. But when you got everybody, all the crabs in the bucket, nobody heard nothing that nobody said. And in the mix of all of that, it could have been an apology, but everybody was going at everybody. Nobody heard nothing.
Yep, absolutely. No, I totally agree. And Melody, I want you to know, even though you probably are not going to really care about me talking, at the end of the day, family disagrees, but that doesn't mean family doesn't love either. And I think Melody knows by now that there's the extreme side, there is the same side, but we all have the same goal to love. And just because it was a moment doesn't define who we are. But what defines who we are is if we make that a definite, permanent definition of who we are. And so I am far from the person to represent anyone or group. But I also know that I can be a solution and add to the joy of moving on. So to Melody, I am sorry. Okay. And to all of you Melamitas, I'm sorry. And to all the people who ain't Melamitas and you're in the bushes screen recording, going to talk about on Patreon, I'm sorry to y'all too, because at the end of the day, is the energy that we all gave these last couple of days, has it put any money in our bank accounts?
No.
Have you got to, has it made you better with your kids? Has it made it better with your wife or your husband? Has it given you a space of joy? Well, I think we all know the answer. No. So if we know it's not going to do any of that, why are we going to give a care about it? And also, too, let me just say this, because I know people are going to be like, well, Braylon, you're talking about it. No, I'm talking about it and trying to give a solution to what is being talked about. Because a lot of times, whatever we don't talk about will fester. And what will fester, we eventually allow. So if somebody is talking out about a problem and is trying to use their platform for good, instead of attacking it, just stay in the bushes. Because you adding to that negativity only really showcases who you are. And guess what? If it's never talked about, then drama's going to be created. I am talking about this very calmly, very respectfully, very openly. Because at the end of the day, me being upset about all this ain't going to do nothing good for my mental. There are people right now in a nursing home that when the son or daughter walks in the room, they don't even know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
With dementia, y'all. And really, those people are crying every day because the people that raised them, the people that gave them everything they had, the people that never gave up on them, don't know who they are. And this is what the hell we're doing. This is what the hell we're doing. This right here is what the hell we're doing. And you know what? If what I'm saying ain't true, don't respond to me. But if you respond to me, it must be true about your behind to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, I abbreviate that rule because if somebody's coming after you and you know you got a cavalry that believes in you, you come through for your cavalry because it's the right thing to do. But like I said before, if they don't walk into your home and give you a hug after your pain, if they ain't giving you love from the back with back shots, and if you feel that your life is not better with them in it, if you can't say, you know what, this person makes my life better, you don't need to give a damn about them. You don't.
Mm-hmm.
So if what I'm saying ain't true about you, don't respond to me. But if you respond to me, you basically are proving my damn point. I look forward to the responses very soon because I know y'all cannot be still and just letting people be. You have to have control. That's a mental issue. Get some help. Just because you don't have a wide range of vocabulary to articulate that you're hurt, don't mean you get to unleash your wrath of pain on somebody because you can't cope. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, you have to be also careful as to how you approach people with certain things. There has been times in my life whenever I told someone something, trying to prevent
Sure.
the heartache and the pain, but at the same time, guess what happened? They end up getting upset with you.
Yep.
So you really have to be careful. And another thing, if Mel believed that girl, it should have been the end.
Yep. I agree.
Everybody was starting to dig up this and dig up that, but then when it get on you, you got a problem with it. It should have just been the end. Go on about your business. But no, couldn't be like that. Now it's all blown out of proportion for no reason at all. But everybody has a right to their opinion, but you also have to keep in mind everybody has feelings. And at the end of the
Yep.
day, that's all you got, your
That's it.
feelings.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember through the lives, through the shorts, through the videos, through the likes, the shares, the comments, there is another person on the other side of that screen.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm asking for. And listen, I know some of y'all gonna be like, Braylon, you need to keep your mouth shut. And you know what? You're probably all right. I need to keep my mouth shut on some things. Braylon, you give too much energy to things. You're probably all right. And Braylon, at the end of the day, everything is not your fight.
Uh-huh.
You are definitely right about that. But as long as I'm above ground, if I do any of those things and I try to come through with good intentions. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Hold me accountable because that's the only way I will elevate to be better. But if I'm coming through with good intentions, don't attack me along the way. If you're going to give me tough love, but love me through it. Okay? All right. Oh, child.
But yeah, it was just a lot, and I hope everybody can come back together.
Yep.
Maybe everybody need to stay on their own channel. Do you,
That's that. Yep. I
and
feel
let
you.
everybody else do them, and because at the end of the day, you're only responsible for yourself. But when you get caught up in stuff like that, you find yourself saying stuff you wish you didn't say. But when it's out, it's out. All that woulda, coulda, shoulda, it's gonna be too late. Just stay to yourself. There's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely. And honestly, I am taking inventory, mental inventory. Um, I'm just recognizing maybe I need to move a little bit differently, feel a little bit differently, and take in a little bit differently. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
one thing no one can ever say about Braylon is that he doesn't know how to be real.
Mm.
Listen, what do I always say? What's our iconic statement over here? Always know one thing to know, two things for sure. Higher is waiting, lower is always available. But either way, we're about to go on tour.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, but at
Oh
the end
man,
of the day, I really hope it be okay. Everybody,
I do too.
just I think it's just gonna be best for people to just stay to themselves. Like you said, everybody's behind this camera. Nobody really knows nobody. Okay, you may exchange phone numbers or whatever, but that doesn't mean you know that person.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
You Hopefully it was all a learning experience. Maybe people have
Oh, it
had time
was.
to think, process. What could I have done better?
Mm-hmm.
What could I have done to prevent this? Why did I say this? Or why did I say that? Oh, that wasn't good. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. You have to ask yourself questions sometimes.
I agree. I agree. And you know what? To be honest with y'all, I think tonight's live as it's going on, I think that this is a very respectful live. I really
Mm-hmm.
do. I'm not dragging anybody. I'm not angry. I am matching the energy of what needs to be given in this space right now. I mean, if I'm not giving the best energy, y'all let me know because
Braylon, people yesterday had plans for today, but guess what? Today wasn't promised. You sitting there on this internet arguing with people, mess around and die out
that
be
point,
unalive,
that part right
and,
there.
and, and end up in hell behind somebody you didn't even know. You have to think.
Yep.
Think. We're not promised the next second.
Amen.
And I'm gonna
Uh,
argue with somebody I really don't even know y'all. Mm-mm.
mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely. I mean, and you know what was funny? I'm watching the Messy Girls meetup, and you know what's making me happy right now? I see a beautiful logo of a microphone, a beautiful queen with plants in her background with that amazing curly hair. And I see a woman who's 44 who looked 30 who could get from me all on my screen, making people happy right
Mm-hmm.
now. The remote control is an amazing instrument. We can
Mm-hmm.
turn on the TV and turn it off. The problem is when you start flipping through the channels. What are y'all flipping through out there and what are you giving your attention to? If your remote is that powerful, you can be just as powerful as your doggone remote control.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Well, I'm getting ready to get down, but my hopes and prayer is that everybody can learn to give more positive than negative energy. And if you see that you're not getting along with a person, or that person is trying to drag you into something that you really don't have nothing to do with, take exit, leave.
Yep, I agree.
Simple. That's all you got to do. And guess what? You ain't got to worry about nobody saying, well, Braylon was said this and Braylon said no. Braylon didn't say nothing because Braylon left. It's simple.
Yep.
But anyway, thank you for allowing me up to speak.
I love you, Gloria. Happy birthday, Queen. And listen, I hope this virtual tour live was a good birthday gift to you, Queen.
It was. Thank you so much, and thank you for my song and all of that. I appreciate you.
No
And
problem.
hold
Love you.
your head up. Don't
Thank
worry
you.
about it. Let it go. Just let
Child,
it
it's
go.
done. It's done after this. In the words of Tony Braxton, let it flow, let it flow, let it flow.
Just look
Love
at
you,
it
Gloria.
as love you
A-
back. Just look at it as a learning experience. That's it.
Absolutely.
All
Absolutely.
right.
Love
You
you,
have a
Glow.
good
We'll
night.
talk soon. Yes,
All right.
indeed.
Good
Love you.
night.
Talk to you soon.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Ah, yeah, y'all. Really, I mean, what else? In the words of Maui, what can I say except you're welcome? You're welcome. You're welcome. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are doing Brainley's virtual tour live. Um, Stephanie614 says, Brian, I hear disappointment in your voice. When people don't have a touch of Christ, you can't be really disappointed. That's true. There's disappointment in my voice because I believe that we are more than what we are producing. I think that's the disappointment. But I think also my voice is joyful of the possibilities of what can be. And I've always have said this: let your mind be present, let your spirit be available, and have the soul to be open to what can be. And that doesn't mean that your soul is going to be open to every single thing. But somebody wants to be good to you today and just call you, say hi. Then just let them say hi to you. If somebody wants to, I don't know, maybe take you out to the bar for happy hour, let them do it. And, if somebody wants to buy you a fan because, it's too damn hot outside, don't reject the fan. Take it, damn it. It's hot out here. But the point is, I understand we all have walls. Some of y'all got some security systems where you got literally actual human beings watching your cameras and they hit the button. It's important to have those up, to have them up. But when people are trying to love on you, don't have your walls so up and so tight and so locked in that nobody can reach you when you're going through your hell. Hello, Queen. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. How are you?
Really good, Braylon. How are you tonight?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm actually really good. Well, it was a bit rough, but I need to say everything I need to say. I'm just here to be a space for people to fall. So what's going on? Let's talk.
I don't need that tonight, but I just want to encourage you. And it seems, well, when I hear you, you sound like you have such a good radio voice.
Thank you.
And are you limiting yourself by just doing the content with the millimeters, or because I could just see you reaching out to so many people and helping so many people and bringing in a broader, is that the correct word?
Yes.
Audience than what you're captivating.
I think that's a very valid question. Hey, Sammy, her, welcome in. What's good? Good to see you. Hey, Nedra, welcome in. I think that's a wonderful, what's your name again? I think it's Stephanie.
Yes.
Stephanie, I think that's a wonderfully said question. I have been experimenting with that. I talked about Lizzo. I talked about Cardi B. I talked about NBC. I talked about The Rock. Today I did Nina Law and Ime Udoka. And so I am expanding slowly but surely. And I appreciate that you see that I can do more.
Yeah.
I think the hardest thing when you get onto any social media platform is to find your groove.
Right.
And let me tell you something. I got to 1,000 because of this amazing sector.
Right.
But as I have done these videos, and I think y'all have been through my videos, there is not one video that's the same as the other. It's not.
No.
You know what I mean? So I feel like in every video that I've done, I've given soul to commentary. I have tried to find the bright side in that cloud. And I've always made sure that at the end of every video, I gave you fireworks, because I know it took a lot of energy to give energy. So to your question, yes, I definitely believe I definitely should expand more. I'm experimenting with thumbnails, so that's happening. And it seems like the thumbnails are getting y'all in, so I'm working on that.
Okay.
But yes, I definitely will be doing more content. I actually would love to do interviews. I really do. And I think I can do a really good interview because, for one, an interview is about exchanging information and learning something.
Right.
And I think if you have the right mindset, you have the game plan, and you have done the work to create a space for what can be, you can do any type of interview. I really do. Now, there's some stuff you're going to know, some stuff you're not going to know. But as long as you have the mindset of curiosity, you can do anything you set your mind to. So I would love to do interviews. Absolutely.
Okay. You have such a flair for music, and I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to start thinking of people that maybe you could interview.
Absolutely. I would. Honestly, I would love it. Like, Wayne Brady today came out as pansexual.
Yes.
And I saw that, and all I did was say to God, I still love Wayne Brady.
Right.
He is one of the most gifted mother effers on the planet. And he does not get enough credit for what he does.
Right.
He doesn't. I mean, this brother can sing. There's a song called Ordinary. And it goes like this. Why don't we spend the day, do a lot of nothing? Y'all look up Wayne Brady Ordinary. I'm telling you, that song should be played on radio in rotation upon rotation. He can sing, he can dance, he can act. He is so good at Let's Make a Deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember Monty Hall before he passed away. He went back many times. And shout out to Monty Hall, because in this world we live in today, we feel like things have to stay the same in order for people to feel comfortable. But what Monty Hall recognized was, this brother is gifted at what he does. And I can't carry on the legacy, but I can give it to somebody that appreciates the legacy.
Yes.
And when I saw Wayne Brady say that, I'm like, you know what? Him being pansexual doesn't change his gift. Wayne Brady knew who I was. In the words of Josh Peck, hug me, brother. From Drake. Y'all know Drake and Josh. Well, hug me, brother. Well, I'm not a liar. I know you're not a truther either. You know what? That's why guys say to everybody in the bushes, you say you're not a liar. Well, guess what? You ain't a truther either. Doggone it. And y'all go watch Drake and Josh before y'all get on to me, okay? Because that's an actual statement that was made many times on the sitcom show. And also, too, one of my favorite moments was Drake and Josh was building this treehouse. And so basically, Drake pulled up this piece of wood that had a door. You know how how you do the Sharpie marker for the door?
Yes.
Josh said, go get the power drill. Did you forget to cut the hole? Yeah. Megan, can you please? And she just, nope, y'all should have been smarter. So I say all that to say this. I think in today's world, we do have a little too much control of things. And honestly, I feared for Wayne Brady when he came out with that, because I know how hypersensitive, over the top, team too much, the words of Tamar Esting Braxton, of how we jump on people. But if it doesn't change who that great brother is, why should we hate?
I think with
no, go ahead.
Your generation, I don't understand why we need to know everybody's orientation. I really don't need to know that. It doesn't make me like you any more or like you any less.
Exactly.
I just need you to be the movie star, a singer.
Yep.
I don't need to know about your lifestyle.
Right.
I don't.
Right.
Why do you feel like you need to commit to telling people about what goes on behind the closed doors? I don't get your generation.
No, I feel you. No, and you know what? It's funny you say that, Stephanie, because my mom agrees with you. Like, she's like, y'all overshare everything.
Yeah.
And you know what? To be honest with you, I absolutely agree with her. After these couple of days, Mama, you are absolutely right. We are stupid. All of us are stupid. But like I was saying before, if that doesn't change who that person is, why give them hate? Why drag them? Why take your energy knowing that you're just being toxic on purpose? Really? And I get you, Stephanie, that, we should not know what's going on. I agree. I think, back then in the 90s when Entertainment Tonight was, hey, this person got a new movie out. This person got a TV show out. And we just appreciate art for being art. But because there is so much humanity in the world of entertainment, we want to know everything that's in entertainment. And I think, and hey, Beverly Childs, good to see you, Queen. I think that with us knowing everything, it takes the magic out of how we appreciate people. But I still love Wayne Brady. Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's all good with me. But I agree with you. We share too damn much. We do.
Yeah. I guess, Melody, she shares all of her stuff because she's on reality TV.
Right. It's a proxy.
That's appropriate.
Right. It's a proxy. Exactly.
But these Hollywood people, I don't need to know anything about you. I really don't.
Yep.
And that was it. But I just would like to see, just was wondering if you thought about even like doing like book clubs or
book clubs. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing about
research or
sure.
Some when I say research, I meant like
sure. No, absolutely. I've definitely thought about
stories.
Sure. Here's the thing. When you are exploring a topic or you're exploring something new, you do have to listen to your audience just a little bit.
Okay.
You can't let them make the final decision. But you do have to see if there is a trend. Right. So it's not that I would not be open, but I will also want to make sure that you guys are on board with it.
Okay, but you might have to try kind of like diversify. I'm thinking like go to some other content creators. The one guy I used to listen to, but I stopped listening to him because his cursing was terrible.
Right.
The demon emojis he spoke about. Other than that, I really loved his content.
Right.
But I just couldn't get into all that. but he was like you. He had a really good radio voice. He's really good with the audience. But he built his content basically was when Takeoff was
yes,
unalived.
God rest his soul. Yes,
I can't think of that guy's name, but you could pull in people through other content creators. That's
sure, absolutely.
thought.
No, I totally agree with you, and I'm definitely
Not
looking
women,
into.
not females. Just some of the males.
Sure, no, absolutely. And honestly, tell you all the truth, I'm gonna be real with y'all. My YouTube history is Mario. Oh, thank you, Justine Battle. By the way, shout out to Drop the Mic, Brown Skin Girl, and When Tay Talks. Those messy girls, love those queens. It was funny because somebody asked how old Tay was. I said, y'all, Tay is 30. Somebody said she was 44. I'm like, listen, she looks 30. Okay, we're just gonna go with it. We're gonna just go with it because I'm 28, about to turn 29. So let's just stay at 30. I think y'all can kind of read between the lines if I, like Tay or not. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point is, Lord Jesus, Tay's gonna look at the bring the shit truants.
Other thing is, I love that they show their faces.
Yes.
I can't deal with content creators who don't show their faces.
No, I feel you. I absolutely do. You are absolutely right. And you know what? It's funny you mentioned that because I was talking with one of my mentors, and he said, Braylon, you're gonna have to show your face if you're gonna do these media stories. So it's a voice with the face, so you can get credit. So to let y'all know, I am very real. Yeah.
You do show your face. But there's some content creators you never see their faces, and it's like, okay, are you really who you are?
Right, exactly. Yep. I feel you.
I'm wondering why other people aren't questioning, because there's people who are other races.
Right. No, sure, absolutely. Absolutely. No, I'm with you. And Justine, yes, they are some good fun. And honestly, you know what? I was laying in bed doing a virtual tour meetup, and I saw Drop the Mic come in. Like, oh, that's nice. Then I saw Brown Skin Girl come in. I'm like, oh, that's sweet. And then I saw When Tay Talk. I'm like, oh, all three of y'all came over.
Yes.
And it was so humbling to me because I'm still a new content creator.
Right.
Still a new content creator. And so for all those ladies who got way bigger platforms to come over here to this little old small channel, this little tiny little minuscule channel, it showed me don't worry about the size of who you are. Worry about the soul of who you are. And they said, you know what? We ride with who we ride with, regardless.
Right.
And that is what we should be giving our energy to. Yeah. Don't worry about the people who ain't in your corner. Because, child, let me tell you something. The same shade, the same hate, the same displeasure they're trying to give you, there's somebody behind the scenes right now in their life that is just waiting to come to the foreground to match the energy that they're giving you. So God knows how to work on things. And when God comes through, he don't miss for a damn thing.
Yeah. And I think about I don't know if it's a scripture or a song. Jesus said, if I be lifted up, I'll draw men unto me. So when you even mutter his name, and you do, you have good qualities,
thank you.
You have ethical standing. And
thank you very much.
That will draw people quicker than all the other gossips or whatever you do. That's very important to have ethical standing.
Absolutely.
That's one thing I do care. You talk about the three young ladies, they have ethical standing.
Absolutely.
If they put something out, you better believe they can match it. They can
yes, they can.
So that's all that matters. And I'm gonna stop running my mouth.
No, you're absolutely fine. And honestly, to all y'all in the bushes, I was not threatening anybody.
Oh, did
I
I
was
do it?
not. No, not you, Queen. I'm just saying how I said God will take care of people. Y'all, that has been said many times before. If you are upset by somebody saying God will take care of you, you got some mental work to do.
Okay. The other thing is stop apologizing to these people in the bushes and wherever they are.
You know,
Let it
good point.
go. Let it
Good point,
go.
child.
Let it go. You
I'm
are
just
fine. I don't
ordinary
care what happened.
people.
You've apologized. There's no reason for you to go over and over.
I agree. And
You've
that's something
apologized.
that, no, I appreciate that. You know what? That is something I need to be able to do more. I need to rest in the strength of what I gave.
Right.
And that may be a virtual tour live topic. Resting in the strength that you give. That may actually be a whole topic.
Oh, I like
For
that
real.
topic. I like that.
Cause child, and you know what it is? I think it's just to like, let's make sure the record reflects fully, unequivocally, and unwavering that it's been said. You know what I mean? But no, I totally agree with you. I really do. And
Okay.
thank y'all for coming. No, go
I'm
right
gonna
ahead.
get off and gotta go answer my mom. So,
Understood.
and I'll be back shortly. Okay. Have a good night,
Understood.
Cameron.
Much love, Stephanie. Thank you very much.
You too,
Justine,
hon.
you too. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Justine Bowles says, yes, too many apologies is not good. I agree with you. Justine. I definitely do. I think it's just when you just feel tired of being tired, you're just covering all your bases. The legendary Miss Paulette Scott's in the building. Hey, Paulette, good to see you, Queen. Hopefully all is good. Congratulations to all of the winners. I saw all the winners come up. So congratulations to all of you. I think you guys got some cash apps. I think you guys got some other products. I think there may be a 7th Avenue bundle in there because I thought Tay said, she's letting us give away one of her bundles, I think. So congratulations to all the winners. And shout out to those queens. I really am inspired by them. I really am. And really, any content creator that tries to do this, it is not easy. To make a recording of your voice, put an intro, put an outro, put a graphic, put the right title up in the thumbnail and in your actual title, and then upload it, and then hope to God somebody will watch it. You a bold one. Because like I said before, this has given me the most social anxiety I have ever had. And that's saying a lot for me. That's saying a lot for me. Because Clubhouse, I'm a boss at that. I'm going to be on there tonight at 10 o'clock, 10, 9 Central. Click the Clubhouse link, type in Onyx Collab, ONYXCOLLAB, and just join us there. We're going to have a good time. We're going to be talking about the Made in America Festival being canceled over there. Twitter, as it is called, Twitter. I use that so. Instagram, I haven't posted in a while, but I'm learning that more. I love Instagram for what it is. You could pull up Africa, you could pull up Dubai, you could pull up joy, you could pull up sadness, you could pull up wine, you could pull up anything and see a visual album on your phone 24/7. I think it's the most fascinating thing ever. If I could, if I won. If I won Powerball and or Mega Millions tonight, I would go to Mark Zuckerberg and say, hey, I want to do Instagram TV as a network. ITN. I really would. I think the fact that, and it's sad that Instagram TV never came to fruition, because I think it was just long form video that just showed off Instagram a little bit more. But they just need the right person or team. Donna Collie Howie, hi, welcome in, Donna. Glad to have you here. Hopefully all is well with you. Glad to have you. If y'all want to come up, the link is pinned. Feel free to come on up. We're just chilling, y'all. We are just chilling. We're talking about the Made in America Festival being canceled. Talking about the fight in Bama. There's a thriller in Bama. There's a thriller in Bama, y'all. Release some emotions tonight. And yeah, we're just chilling. Oh, we talked about Wayne Brady as well. coming out as pansexual today. Rosalind Brothwell, he is a security guard. He's the guy that's at the co-captain. That's why he had the authority to move the platoon boat. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you for that context, Ross. Yeah, Instagram TV, like it was a whole thing. And like, I really loved the logo and everything. I honestly tell you the truth. I think Instagram TV just needed the right type of shows. I really do. I mean, first of all, the fact that you could watch a whole 60-minute episode on Instagram. And not to mention too, I think Instagram TV really could be something big still, because think about it like this. When you post a photo up, when you post a 60-second video up, that's up there, right? So you have all that time to get comments and likes and shares, right? So imagine I do Braylon Lee's virtual tour live on Instagram TV. When I stream it live, I got all those lives. And then right after I close it and leave it up there, I get all those extra comments. That's continuing the conversation. That's a 24/7 platform off of one episode. That's crazy. You know how long it would take you to watch the Oprah Winfrey Show and then hear about it later on, about what you think about all that stuff? It's amazing. And I love this industry. I can't stand it sometimes because of idiots out here. But for every idiot, there's also an intelligent person. You know what I mean? So, listen. And y'all, my birthday is in 2 days. Y'all, I cannot believe it. 28 years young. I cannot believe it. No, 29. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm 28 now. 29. You know what's funnier than 28? What? 29. Hashtag SpongeBob. But no, I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know if I should do a virtual tour live for my birthday. I feel like I should. You know what I mean? Because why not? I think. So let's see. Today is what? Tuesday, I think. Yeah, today is Tuesday. So Wednesday is the 8th. Well, Thursday I don't go live. It's my birthday. Why not, child? It's my birthday. Why not? You know, I mean, yeah, I'm definitely going to enjoy the age for sure. I'm definitely going to enjoy the age. You know, I mean, it's just, thank you all. It's great to still be above the ground. Like I said, I'm probably not going to do anything crazy. I'm definitely going to spend time with my family for sure. I'll probably get calls and text messages and you know, of course, I'll post a birthday post on my, you know, community wall. Y'all can say happy birthday and stuff, and I'll do a virtual tour live. I'm actually thinking about going to Applebee's because they got all you can eat wings for $12.99 and get some $5 margaritas and enjoy myself. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, like outside of this, I really am that chill. Like no cap. Like if me and y'all went to Applebee's and we all got unlimited wings for my birthday, I'll be talking to each and every one of y'all. We would be talking about life, actual life. We would laugh. We would cry. Listen, some of us will be having margarita drink offs. You get your straw, I get my straw. Ready, set, go. Ooh, baby. Ooh, I'm almost there. Okay. Yep, I got a headache. Oh, Lord Jesus, I got a headache. Okay, yep. I would be that with y'all, like for real. For real. But no, I am so glad to still be here. And you know, I think about where I've been in my life, and I think about, wow, all those places I've been. But I also think about where I am. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool too. But the fact that after 29 years that I'm still here as a human being is such a blessing that I don't think there's any gift that can be bought compared to that. I really don't. I really don't. Really don't. I mean, now, going on a, cruise with a beautiful young lady with some curves and, just kind of sitting on the dock of the bay and watching the tide roll away and roll, in the words of Otis Redding, would be wonderful. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, simplicity is best. In the words of a woman named Tina Turner, it's better than all the rest. So I am very grateful that for 29 years that I have been able to receive love, give love, and be of love to people. And that is something you can't put a price tag on. So 19 people in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are just chilling, talking, and on tour, everybody. Oh, happy belated birthday, Donna. I hope you had a wonderful birthday. Hope you had a wonderful birthday. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What did you do on your birthday? Hopefully it was good. I would like to go to a water park on my birthday. That would be fun. If I lived in Florida, I would go to Volcano Bay on my birthday. I really would. I would float down the lazy river. Probably get me a you know what? I would get me a pineapple mango margarita. Yes. Give me one of those fishing hats, with that with the tassel where you can pull in the hat tight. I would just chill. Just chill and just settle down. Let's see. I would like to state it's a joy listening to the younger generation. You guys make my day. Yes, I'm an OG, and I enjoy your intelligence, young ones, pun intended. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you, thank you, thank you all so, so much. That really means a lot to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And listen, you know what? Young or old, you can be smart and kind. Young or old, you can be dumb and the actual social self-hole, as we can clearly see in the world in general. Okay, so anyway. I really do love all the love that's happening in the chat. Like, it really is, like, being able to provide space for this is the thing that makes me smile the most. It really is. I had a conversation last night about receiving love, and it was a very deep conversation because, honestly, to tell you the truth, how we got on this conversation, the Ox Collab, weeknights 10/9 Central only on Clubhouse, we were talking about hair, right? Because one of my good fellow collaborators, we're talking about hair. I said, I got me a haircut, and he's like, how much was your haircut? I'm like, $30. He was like, oh, okay, wow. And mine's is about $50. And so there was a woman that said she got a wig for $1,200. I'm like, excuse me? For $1,200? You know what I could do with $1,200? Not dollars. And so we started talking about that, and then I got into the fact that I genuinely, and what I'm about to say is going to be out there, but I come from the world that my parents always said to me. They always executed this still to this day. You can get you everything you need and some of the things you want. And I've never been, impressed by the shoes or purse or a bag, backpack. I've never been impressed by a watch. Or I'm really am about connection. I'm about investing, and more than anything, I'm about wanting to see people in their happy, right? So I said, with all that being said, okay, I'm about to say what I'm about to say. So y'all just give me grace, because I did say what I just said, and that's my mindset. I've always been that way. I would never buy my wife a $5,000 bag. I'm sorry. Like, what are we doing here? For $5,000, we could take that and make an investment and make money on top of that. And so they were like, hey, really? You mean? I'm like, that's $5,000. Like, seriously. And so then I said that if my wife bought me a $10,000 watch, I would be like, really, why did you spend $10,000? And they were saying to me that, well, she's just trying to love you, and that's really disrespectful, right? Okay, so a bag is an investment. Okay, I can definitely see that, right? The bag can be an investment and it accrues interest, and then you can resell it, right? I agree if that's the case, right? I'm not really that materialistic. I'm not. Like, now I love me some Pumas now. Those are the best shoes in the world, Pumas. But if I don't have Pumas, I'm not losing my mind. You know what I mean? But I was saying that my wife bought me a $10,000 watch. I'm like, what are we doing here? And they were like, she is just trying to love you. And I said to a person in the room, I said, well, I understand she's trying to love me, but I want her to know she doesn't have to get something that big in order to showcase that she loves me. And she was like, well, I appreciate the fact that you are where you are, right? And you're about humble beginnings. But in the same token, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't celebrate where you are. And she said, you guys sit with the fact that you can give to everybody else, but nobody can give to you. And I'm like, wow, that's deep. That's really deep. And so the same person said, what if your wife threw on the ground that $10,000 watch? And she said, what do you think of what I did today? I'm like, you know what? I have no right to tell you what to do. I have no right to tell you what to do. Now the person was like, now Brain, you know you're wrong. Because you know what she did. I'm like, I'm not going to fall into that wife trap. I'm not. When a woman says do it if you want to, she's not telling you to do it if you actually want to. She's testing you, okay? Women are filing cabinets. They remember everything. I've always felt that way. Because if I tell her, sweetie, far be it from me to tell you what to do, but you had every right to throw down on the ground a $10,000 watch and break. You had every right to do that. The woman said, now you know you're wrong. Now you just add an insult to injury. I'm like, what did I do? I'm supporting her emotionals. Not emotionals, child. I mean, I am supporting her emotional state of doing what she wants to do. I mean that like in the best way, like, you know what I mean? Because y'all remember everything. But also too, like, dudes are like computers too. You know what I mean? And what I mean by dudes being like computers, I feel like, and I'll speak for myself, I'm like a computer. Okay, food. Okay, food, search results, rallies, Popeyes, O'Charlie's for unlimited catfish. Like, you know what I mean? A little, if I say nothing. I love you, Justine Battle. I really do. Lord Jesus, a little if I say nothing. I love that. I really do. I really do. And honestly, my friends, yuck, that's not okay. Then what's good? Nikki P, good to see you, Queen. We need to catch up because I miss talking to you on IG. I miss talking to you. We gotta catch up. Love you, Nikki. So what is good food? Outback Steakhouse. Now listen, if you go to O'Charlie's, they got unlimited catfish. They got unlimited tenders. I think they got a $6 margarita every day. I wanted to go to O'Charlie's for unlimited catfish, but my parents said the catfish wasn't that good. I'm like, oh, come on. My favorite restaurant that I've ever been to is called Copeland's. For those of you who don't know what Copeland's is all about, Copeland's is a New Orleans cuisine restaurant. Al Copeland, who created Popeye's Chicken, also had a brand called Copeland's. And the phrase is Copeland's, something, Copeland's, always something good. And they're known for their New Orleans cheesecakes. I had me a catfish po' boy from there. Oh my Lord Jesus, it was delicious. And they shut down the one in Little Rock, and I was so ticked off. I'm like, really? Wild River Country ain't there no more, so I can't go there. Playtime Pizza ain't there no more, I can't go there. And now Copeland's is gone. It's not right. Not right. I am sad and ashamed and disgusted by their behavior. And I don't like it. I don't like it here. I don't like it there. I don't like it anywhere. I don't like it that Copeland's is not in Little Rock, Arkansas, said Braylon Lee. I just don't like it here, there, or anywhere. I don't. But in the same token, though, you know what I mean? Life does have to evolve at some point in time, right? But some things should just stay. Let's see. Phyllis Crawford says, Crafty Crab, if you love crabs, Long Course Steakhouse, yes. Sullivan's is good, and Sonny Williams. Yes, Sonny Williams is good. Okay, the Butcher Steakhouse. Okay, y'all. Butcher Steakhouse is in West Little Rock, Arkansas. It's right by Lazy Boy. It's in the cut. I've never been, but let me tell you something. I've heard nothing but good things about Sullivan's. There's one in Little Rock, Arkansas. I heard they got nice food and everything. There's Cheddar's. It was Cheddar's, then it was Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen. I don't get why they changed it to that, but anyway. But yeah, Sullivan's, I've heard it's good. Applebee's is nice, depending on where you go for sure. I'm trying to think what else. Cheesecake Factory, I've heard that's good. I would love to go to Vegas. I think that would be a fun trip and just try food. Now I'm picky about my food, but also too, I love a good experience. You know what I mean? So. But yes, indeed. Y'all like Outback Steakhouse at all or no? Oh, and Roof Chris Steakhouse. I've heard Roof Chris Steakhouse is good. I've heard that. I've heard of that. I remember saying to my mom, when I host the Oscars, as soon as I'm done, I'm going to go to Checkers and eat. And my mom said, you don't have to go to steakhouses to make deals. I'm like, yeah, Mom, I understand that, but that's not who I am. Why are we sitting up here with bougie people eating food that we don't eat in real life? What we doing? My mom was like, Braylon. You have every right to be regular, degular, schmegular. She didn't say that, but you have every right to be regular. But also, too, you are at a different level and you have to be able to match it, right? Just because you go to a steakhouse doesn't mean that's who you are. Okay. The Capitol Grill. Yes, the Capitol Grill in downtown Little Rock. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Linda Gamble. Thank you, Senior Citizen Bachelor. Absolutely is, because that means you lived a lot of life and you got something good to give. Rallies is okay. So Rallies is, and it's interesting. So there's Southwest Little Rock. It's in there's a shopping center with Sims Barbecue. It used to be a movie gallery and all that stuff. You go straight down the road, and then there's a Sonic on the right hand corner. You keep going straight, and it's downtown Little Rock. You'll see McDonald's on your right hand side. You'll see it used to be Backyard Burgers on the left hand side. There's the Mosaic Templars Cultural Center rather, and then there is Rallies right next to it. And there's a building that's Simmons First Tower that used to be Arvest. No, Arvest was across the street. Arvest is across the street, but that used to be Metropolitan Bank Tower. Then we had Superior Bank. And by the way, that McDonald's has moved. Okay, thank you, Nikki P. Thank you, Queen. Five Guys is good, absolutely. Five Guys is expensive though. For $10, you get one burger, and that burger is it. It's like, ew. Like I can go around and get 2 for $5. There's a Chick-fil-A there now. Child, I feel for the downtown people. You got Rallies on one side, Chick-fil-A on the other. That makes no sense. And that, you know what? You're right. Five Guys is a payday meal. Absolutely. And by the way, that McDonald's was 2 stories, y'all. It was 2 stories. So you can eat at the bottom of McDonald's, or you can eat at the top. And it's not that big of a view, y'all. It's not. But I thought it was memorable. You go for what you get what you pay for. Absolutely right. You are absolutely right. You definitely get what you pay for sure. For sure. Let me tell you something. Sonic is where it's at though. I always get me either a blue coconut slush or ocean water. I would get me I'm trying to think. I would get me a chicken strip sandwich, honey mustard sauce, fries or mozzarella sticks. My parents don't get a foot long, Coney. Each of them. With the works. My son grandfather is a manager that, and F5 guys can get food for free. You know, I know you were sharing that because you love me, but like really, how does that work out for me, Phyllis? How does that work out? I don't get Five Guys for free. That was just. I love you still, but I'm a little hurt. I'm just messing with you, Phyllis. It is all good. So that McDonald's was your first job at that location? Oh wow. Cool. That's my favorite drink at Sign with a little vodka added. Hey, I like some tequila. Hibachi is good. Ooh, in Chicago is good. Yes, indeed. That's what's up. Oh my goodness. Y'all hang on 1 second. I'm still here with y'all. Just hang on. Because, oh my God, child. This is, oh my God. Okay, hang on. Okay, so wait a minute. They opened up. So what is ooh wee? What's ooh wee? Is that? I mean, I know it's a restaurant, but what type of food do they serve? By the way, 21 people in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank y'all for being here. This virtual tour live. A lot is going on in Alabama. There's a thriller in Bama, and everything that glitters ain't gold. But we're just talking about food right now. Oh, ooey is soul food. Okay, that's what's up. I know Harold and Bell's in LA is a good spot, I've heard. And shout out to all the Black-owned restaurants bringing our food to tables, okay? Shout out to all of them. Also, Harold's Chicken and Waffles, I've heard that too is a good spot. I really am old. I really am that down to earth. Like, after I get done eating, I'm gonna go to some place where I am comfortable to be me. I ain't going to. If I host Oscars, I ain't going to no damn steakhouse after that. No, I just got done hosting a live show for 3 damn hours in a tuxedo or suit. Well, I'm not gonna be wearing no damn tuxedo at no Oscars. I'm probably gonna be wearing a nice suit. Probably probably a black shirt, burgundy, nice haircut, obviously, pocket square. I think I'll probably do like a blue pocket square. Okay, you know what? Blue shirt, blue pocket square, burgundy suit, and then some black dress shoes. I think that's how I would host the Oscars. And that's a fly color combination, burgundy and blue. I definitely would do that. Wouldn't do light blue though, because color palette for television gotta be right. So I think it would be kind of like a royal dark blue. But yeah, for sure. Just indeed, Beverly Childs is on my list. I've been following them on IG like, ooh. They're by my house on 79. Okay. Phyllis Crawford says, Housewife Candy, a restaurant was very disrespectful. We left, they were rude. 2-hour wait and stank face. Oh my. I hope that wasn't. Oh, okay. Wow. Was Candy there? And I'm not trying to be messy. I'm really not. I'm just legitimately asking a question. By the way, when somebody asks a question, that does not mean they're trying to be messy. They're trying to gain context. Lord Jesus, some of y'all wonder if y'all went to school. Somebody being messy by asking a question. Did you ask questions in school to get an A? What we doing here? So was Candy there? Wow. Two-hour wait. What would be the 2-hour wait for? Like the food? Like, I mean, like, I know steak takes, a good minute. If you're now listen, if you watch Bar Rescue with John Taffer, there are some bars that microwave their food and there's some bars that cook their food. If you're cooking food, it's like they always say the rotation time for tickets should be at least 15 to 20 minutes max, right? So I'm just trying to think, like, was it Blaze? Was it Blaze Seafood and Steak? Or was it OLG? Now I really am asking questions, y'all. Now I really am asking questions. Oh, I feel this gets her answer together on the restaurant. How are the rest of you doing tonight? Hopefully you are well. I am well. Had to breathe through some things, but we are good now. And yeah, for sure. I think we're good. I think we are good. At least I'm good. Okay, so yeah. So I've heard so much about Old Lady Gang, like Candy is there and Todd is there and Mama Joyce is there. Mama Joyce, I think Mama Joyce should have a clothing line. I really do. It was a scheme that Todd set up to come to you with the police. I'm like, first of all, it was the execution for me. But I'm also proud that Candy stood up to her mama. Because sometimes mamas need to sit down and be a mama. You raised them. And that person is in their life and they've been consistent. They've been giving good energy and they don't bother anybody. Leave them alone. It's hard to find anybody good nowadays. Lord Jesus, help us all. So yeah, I mean, I know they have the buffet, so here's the thing: is OLG like sweetie pies? For those of you who don't know, welcome to Sweetie Pies was on with Miss Robbie. So is OLG like sweetie pies, where you can like go into the buffet and they just give you what you want, or you can just order it? Is that kind of what OLG is? Kind of like sweetie pies? Paulette Scott says, I would even wait 20 minutes. I wouldn't wait even 20 minutes at Longhorn, let alone 2 hours. Yeah, that's a little much. Yeah, I agree. Her mama needs to my home. Does she have a man? And I'm not saying that to say that. And listen, I believe that every individual does not need a man or a woman. But does Mama Joyce do anything else? You know what I mean? I love sweetie pies. Janelle was a real one to me. Tim's ex-wife, she was a real one. And he lost a good thing with her. And then there was this other young lady that is gorgeous. Okay? Gorgeous. And what happened to that young brother was just a sad travesty and disgusting. In the words of real reality gossip, that was a hot, stinking mess. And I'm glad he got his judgment, because now he's gonna have to sit in there. And I know Miss Robbie loves her son, but family comes first before a son. I'm sorry. In that situation, I'm sorry. Like, not sorry. It was a great reality show. It really was. And I mean, for Miss Robbie to take lemons and make lemonade out of them. That, she was part of the Ike Turner Tina review, and she couldn't sing anymore, but everybody loved her cooking and just went for it. What an inspiring story. And Tina Turner moved to Switzerland because she just couldn't take the U.S. anymore. Just like many people wanted to leave the U.S. Jill Scott wanted to leave the U.S. I'm like, wait a minute, we haven't met yet, Jill. We can't, you can't do that to me. Not to Braylon, you can do it to everybody else, but you can't do that to me yet. We haven't met yet. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, sometimes when you have that much of a life experience, right, you don't know how that other person is doing. And so when Oprah was interviewing Tina Turner, rather, and when Tina Turner was talking about Robbie and how Robbie really meant something to Tina Turner and how she got so emotional over that, I agree with you, Phyllis. It's become too toxic in this country. But you know what? I think at this point, as we can clearly see on YouTube, it's not the whole country, it's the people in the country that are toxic. And everybody's not toxic, but it's a few crabs in the barrel that are toxic. That's what's toxic. It's the people. It's not the country, because there's some great things. There's some great people. There's some great things developing. But it's the people. It's the people. It's the moves. It's the decisions being made. And government definitely has a huge hand in that. Absolutely. No question. No question. But yeah, for Robbie to be able to sit there and to see Tina Turner be okay, I'm like, what, how gracious is that you're in Switzerland with Oprah Winfrey and you didn't forget who supported you back in your day. Like that, I mean, Tina Turner is Tina Turner. And I felt like that was such a sisterhood that Miss Robbie got peace on. Because when Tina Turner moved to Switzerland and she stopped talking to everybody, and that included Miss Robbie. And I think we got to recognize that. I'm going to get to that, Paulette. Because child got us to say. But I think for Miss Robbie, even though she did not get a letter from her, repairing what could have been, the fact that she acknowledged her past, when her past was hurtful, to see the good in her past, I think that gave Miss Robbie a clear sign of, I'm good. My sister's okay. And I thought that was a beautiful thing. Speaking of leaving the country, did I see Uncle Wanda leaving, going? She said she was going to Germany, Paris, Prague. I'm like, Lord Jesus, help. Lord Jesus, help. Like really? Is this what we're doing? Is this what we're really doing? Like, and I'm from Arkansas, okay? So it will be brand new to me to actually see it in person. But with Uncle Wanda, it just seems like anything amazes her. Like with me, you know what, Stephanie? I gave grace to people tonight. So you know what? Let's give grace. You're right. She may get some culture. But do we have to? But do we need to hear about it? Last thing we need is for her to come back and be like, y'all, so I went to Germany and I got me some Guinness. You mean Guinness? I got some Guinness. You mean Guinness? I got some Guinness. I got some Guinness. It's Guinness. It's Guinness. You drank the green beer, didn't you? Well, it was green. You mean green? No, it's green. You mean green? GRE? No, it's green. Okay. I ain't mean bratwurst. You mean bratwurst? Bratwurst. No, bratwurst. Bratwurst. And I got me some souvenirs. You mean souvenirs? No, souvenirs. Got me a souvenir. Okay, I heard R, but did you mean souvenirs for R? You mean souvenir? Okay, I'm gonna stop. You know what? Discovery Plus, if you see this, which you're probably not gonna see it, but if you see it, you know what? You should do Where in the World is Wanda? Do Where in the World is Wanda, like Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, and y'all could make episodes out of that. Put that on Discovery Plus. I would do live reviews on it. I would do live reviews on it. Oh Jesus! And she'll take you for a ride on the slow boat to China. Tell me, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? And it race at Pakistan and stands at the Scandinavia, where they never Arkansas her, and then they down at the jungle. Tell me, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Oh yeah, that was a good game show in the 90s. By the way, the Chief, y'all, she was in Lean on Me. I cannot remember her name, but she was amazing as the Chief. And I love the fact that show showcased kids to geography and the world. And that's what I miss about media. Like, media used to be fun. It used to be open. It used to be free. Now it's just hell in some shape, form, or capacity. You can't give an opinion. You can't move the way you want to. If you stand 10 toes down, other people are upset by it. Like, good Lord. Media back in the day was fun. Like Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida, like they just had fun. They just had fun. Like, it wasn't anybody upset about somebody being slimed. It wasn't anybody upset about a kid getting pushed down. It wasn't, you didn't get made fun of for not knowing something. It was just fun. And now it's just like, what? What is this? That's why I think people gravitate towards a good show when they see one. Because we know it's going to get canceled because it's not drama enough. Or doesn't have enough drama in it, rather. It is what it is. So. But yeah, and by the way, I'll have to tell you, one of my you told that vid-19 affected brain cells, in your opinion. I think vid did a lot to a lot of people, mentally and medically. I really do. I mean, I had it, and oh my God, I was completely drained. Like, my mom was always mom, but I experienced mom on another level. She brought me food. She brought me Gatorade. She said, put them in the fridge and drink. Yeah, I gained a newfound respect for my mom that day. I really did. It was so to the point where it was Mother's Day. I didn't want to go over to the house because I didn't want to affect my mom, my dad, and my sister. It was that bad because I work in retail. So during that time, no, it's all good. During that time, I just didn't want to impact them because they matter to me that much. So now I agree. Vid, I think ever since 2020, the world has tried to find their mental security blanket, and we all have just been under the covers, and we're still under the covers. You know what I mean? Personally. So, well, thank you. Listen, I made it through that. Amen. It was no joke either. And y'all, I'm so old school. Like, I was like, no, I'm going to get up. I'm going to go work. And my mom was like, no, Bray, sit down. We got you. This is your life. This is your life. This is your life. And I had to be still enough to listen. Dream Girl 2872. I think it's your first time here. Welcome in to this virtual tour. Glad to have you here as a virtual traveler. My life has not been the same since C19 started. I agree. I think nobody's life has been the same. Like there are people like I think Zoom, the company Zoom that allowed us to be able to do everything from where we are, they're having their employees get back to work. Martha Stewart said she doesn't like remote work anymore because she misses the creativity and everything. And I get that, but also too, I think remote work has definitely helped out the workforce. Because think about how many people have. Well, welcome in, Dream Girl. Glad to have you here. Thank you for coming in and being here. You're welcome anytime. Think about how many people have medical conditions, right? Disabilities. Think about how many people are single parents, and remote work opened up those single parents to be able to stay at home with their kids and to be able to still make a living. You know what I mean? So I get the fact that in every industry you miss seeing your coworkers, you miss being able to walk down the hall and be able to clarify something, but also too, I think remote work has made people work harder because all you have is your laptop and you have to give your best energy. And I look at YouTube and Zoom and even Skype. Shout out to Skype, because before Zoom it was Skype. We ain't gonna forget about Skype. And of course Google Meet, Google Duo. But I look at YouTube and Zoom as more intense television. You don't miss. Wait, hey Ms. Z, who don't you miss? Oh, you mean okay? I think I can read between the lines of what you're saying. Okay. Oh, you mean your coworkers? I cannot with you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, you're more productive because you have to be more productive. Right. Okay. I thank you. Because I'm like, wait a minute. Do you mean those people? I'm like, I'm agreeing with you. But no, I got you coworkers. And you know what? Here's the thing. You like you said, Stephanie, you have to be more productive. You have to be more productive because at the end of the day, you don't have those resources to be able to clarify things. So you have to give more energy. And like I said, I look at this as more intense content because all you have is this. Once you click that end button, that is it. That time, that space, that investment that you gave, it can never be originated again. And that forces me as a on-air talent to work harder. Because if I'm in front of a live audience for television, okay, I got a live audience. We can play off of each other. But here, all I have is all of you. That's it. I have nothing else. You know what I mean? So it forces me to give the best energy because this is all I have. Once I end this space, this time, this energy I invested, I can't originate this energy again. I can't. So it forces me to be better. By the way, if y'all want to come up, the link is pinned. If you want to come up and hang out with me here on StreamYard, we're just talking. Dream Girl 2872 says, that's me since C19 started. I've developed an autoimmune disease that compromises immune system. I did way more work working from home. I loved it. Well, first of all, I'm so sorry that you went through that, and God bless you and love you through that journey. And you know what really broke my heart? It broke my heart to see all those nurses and doctors, the medical people in the field, for their humanity to be tested. I saw nurses not being able to hug their kids at the end of a long day. I saw people who were afraid to go into work because they could pass away the same day. The most heartbreaking thing that I saw was it was a person that went to a nursing home. And they had to put their hand through the glass in order to touch the grandparent. And some of those grandparents were their parents, y'all. Imagine the person that gave you life, invested in you, and loves you through your good, your bad, and just everything that happened to you that they did not want to even, they didn't have any want to have any emotion for, but they still have emotion for you. That you had to put your hand through glass in order to feel the hand of your parent. Y'all, that was too much even for me. I have mine. Thank God. Dream Girl says, I had to leave my job because my job would no longer let me work from home. I take my hat off. I take my hat to the medical folks. God bless them for what they did and do. Absolutely. If I was president, I would clear all those nurses debt. I would clear all those nurses debt. I don't give a damn, because here's the thing. If we clear their debt, that means they're going to be able to do more for us and make sure that we are okay. It's just like when Barack Obama had this idea for free community college and Republicans rejected it. I'm like, y'all do realize that they got those associate degrees that they could go off and make their own businesses, which would provide job security for people, which would put money into the economy. I'm just like, really? Y'all upset? I mean, what is free public education for? Community college being free? You know how many jobs that would have created? You know how many people would have been elevated mentally? And not to mention, too, it boggles my mind that you would block a bill that would give more to the country, but yet you had to go to school to learn government, and you had to learn your district and your constituents and everything in between, and you got elected? So does education not matter to you? Because you had to use education to get voted on so you can have a job. Child, I can't. I can't. And the crazy thing is, it's still a good idea to this day. It's still a good idea. Child. And by the way, to every college, university, and all that stuff saying, we're running out of professors. No, you're not running out of professors. You have the requirements too doggone high. Get a master's degree. There's so many people with bachelor degrees that could be professors right now. Y'all are the problem. Y'all don't want to open up the door. Quit complaining about the problem and be a doggone solution. If you ain't gonna be a solution, shut the hell up talking. Shoot. Exactly right. And I was just like, it's free community college. It wasn't even four-year college. It was community college for free, so people can go and get an education. Education is the great equalizer. Like, I really just don't get it. And y'all, we're talking about this from a social point of view, so I don't want to hear a doggone thing that we're talking about politics. We're talking about this from a social point of view. That is it. Okay. But yeah, I was just like, really though? That's what we doing? Oh no, Dream Girl. Oh no. Because if I was president, some of those people on YouTube, I would be having an executive order and I would be showing no mercy. For real. To the people that attack people on my Pride Rock, there will be executive orders with no mercy. There will be two press conferences. One for everybody else and one for HBO. No. See, I give too much of a damn about people. I really do. It just wouldn't work. I know myself very well. No, and you know what? Dream Girl, it's your first time over here. I love you. I value, I embrace you. And you know what? I appreciate, you know what? Let me stop. I appreciate the energy you gave to say that comment to me because you see something in me that can be a solution. And I genuinely appreciate that. So let me, first of all, just say that, because it is very disrespectful when people are trying to give you a compliment, give you love, see something in you, you don't recognize that. So let me do that. I've recognized with myself that there will only be so much I would be able to do because I wouldn't have the resources and the people to do it. If I had the House and Senate and we had a mindset of being able to come together, I would love to run for president. But also, too, I do believe that presidents should submit a resume and cover letter and meet the requirements. I do. And if you haven't had the experience, I don't think you should do it. Dream Girl says, I've heard you on many other platforms. You're always speaking facts, though. Thank you very much, Queen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll post that up. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I really, really do. Thank you. No, I agree with that. And, you know what? I'll say this. I think if I got any job in government, I would be the press secretary. I think that would be the funnest job in the world because you are responsible for bringing information to the world. I'm that dude that's like, listen, hey to Johnny's son, Kenny, happy birthday to you. Your dad, Kenny, is doing a great job here at the White House. He's reporting on great information for the country. You're going to have a great birthday. And you know what? Kenny, what does your son like to do? Well, let's go to water park. Well, listen, I'm going to make sure that y'all get water park tickets. I'm that type of press secretary. Because those press corps journalists have lives outside of that too. So that's the press secretary I would be. It wouldn't be chummy with them, but it will be respecting them. And yes, Lord Jesus, we came together in Bama. You can see me being the press secretary. See, honestly, listen, if I was the press secretary, I would do the Braylon Lee morning show, weekday mornings from 5 to 10 a.m. And then I would go over to the White House and then just do the press conference. That's exactly what I would do. Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, it's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with being kind. And it's such a crime nowadays, and it's sad to me. But I really would be that way. I would want to know what the kids like. I mean, listen, if Cardi B is coming to the White House and, you know, that person want to meet Cardi B, listen, Cardi B is going to come to the podium. And guess what? I want that kid to be able to ask Cardi B a question. Sure, it may be a throwaway question, but it matters to that kid. I don't think there's anything wrong with investing in people. That's the biggest investment we're ever going to make. Jesus Christ. I mean, I know some of y'all, not all y'all, but some of y'all, your mama's launch pad was broken, your dad rocket was under a recall, and you were the launch failure that came out. You weren't a successful launch. And because you weren't born as a star in heaven for anybody to care about or to want to see, you were born as dust in hell. You in pain. You don't have a vocabulary to speak on your pain. But I know that's not everybody either. So. Lord Jesus. You're absolutely right. Kindness does not cost anything. I absolutely agree with that. Let me get this daily motivator up because I do have to head out because of the Onyx collab. Dream Girl, you subscribe because I want to see you back here. I love your energy and thank you for saying what you said. And I'm leaving that comment up here because I want people to see that the receipts are out here. So thank you for saying what you said. So it's time for the daily motivator thought of the day from Ralph Morrison. If you want more thoughts like the thought I'm about to read, go to greatday.com. It is a great website for sure. Tuesday, August 8th, 2023, balance that stays in balance. Ooh, okay, this is gonna be a good one. Oh, much love to you, Queen. Much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope that you are enjoying this virtual tour. Thank you, Dream Girl, for being a part of the virtual tour family. You are a virtual traveler and glad to have you here. Tuesday, August 8th, 2023, balance that stays in balance. Effective balance is not a matter of countering one extreme with an opposite extreme. Ooh, I'm gonna say that line 2 more times because there's some people that might be hard of hearing or seeing or comprehending that need to hear that. Effective balance is not a matter of countering one extreme with an opposite extreme. Effective balance is not a matter of countering one extreme with an opposite extreme. You cannot eat everything in sight one day and then nothing the next day and expect to achieve nutritional balance. Ooh, oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. To address any imbalance, seek to rein in that specific imbalance. Adding a similar amount of imbalance in another direction just gets you more out of balance. When you suffer because of an imbalance in your life, taking drastic measures might seem an appealing way to fix it quickly. I'm going to read that 2 more times as well. For the people in the back that are deaf, blind, and hard of comprehending. When you suffer because of an imbalance in your life, taking drastic measures might seem an appealing way to fix it quickly. But a situation that took a long time to build will take time to fix and calls for an approach that you could sustain over the long haul. Oh, but a situation that took a long time to build will take time to fix and calls for an approach that you can sustain over the long haul. But a situation that took a long time to build will take time to fix and calls for an approach that you can sustain over the long haul. It's useful to know and understand the extremes, but to occasionally experience them. Ooh! God may not come when you want to, but he's always on time. This was a word for me today. It is useful to know and understand the extremes, but to occasionally experience them. It is useful to know and understand the extremes and to occasionally experience them. Yet you will wear yourself out if you spend all your time negotiating between them. Yet you will wear yourself out if you spend all your time negotiating between them. Yet you will wear yourself out if you spend all your time negotiating between them. Balance must be maintained for it to have value. Move the sort of balance that facilitates momentum. Balance must be maintained for it to have value. Move toward the sort of balance that facilitates momentum. Balance must be maintained for it to have value. Move toward the sort of balance that facilitates momentum. Use your time and energy to move forward rather than swinging back and forth between extremes. Woo! Jesus be a fence all around me every day. I ask for your protection as I travel along the way. Bad apple, the bad apple in the building. Love you, value, embrace you. Y'all, bad apple came through for me in a hard time. I said Autobots and Decepticons. Everybody got upset. I'm like, really? How long have y'all been around? Have y'all not heard Transformers before? Y'all big mad? And Big Apple has come through for me in more ways than one. I love you, value. I embrace you, Queen. Thank you so much for being Bad Apple. Love you, love you, love you. Use your time and energy to move forward rather than swinging back and forth between extremes. One more time for the one more time. Use your time and energy to move forward rather than swinging back and forth between extremes. Enjoy the benefits of a balance that stays in balance. Enjoy the benefits of a balance that stays in balance. Enjoy the benefits of a balance that stays in balance. Woo! You know what? I'm going to post this in the chat. Y'all give me one moment. Because listen, Listen, I need to post this in the chat. I really do. I'm going to post every listen, I'm about to post all of that. So y'all give me a moment, because let me tell you something. Y'all give me one moment. I'm going to post every single thing. So let me tell you something. Somebody needs that word. The whole word, okay? The whole damn word, okay? Yes, I'm just copying this. I'm just copying this thing, Paulette, because somebody needs to hear it. Somebody needs to hear it. And it's a good word too. It's a damn good word. And I'm also posting this too because this should be a receipt. This should be a receipt. This should be a receipt for anybody that's struggling, duggling, smuggling through life. And you just need to know that somebody's in your corner. Because I know somebody will be like, ooh, Braylon was trying to be shady with that motivator. No, I was not. I mean, if what I'm saying ain't true, don't at me. But if you at me, it must be true about your behind to some degree. A hit dog will holler. And then here is this. So this will be on the record. Not record, record. Oh, hang on, let me separate that out a little bit. So there it is. There is the daily motivator in the chat. So that way y'all can go back and look at all that. So I think that's the best way to go out on this one. So with that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. I love you, value, I embrace you all. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you are always born a blessing. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why? It's one thing to call yourself. It's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. Hopefully, by spending time together, we will rise up to be great together. And always remember, where you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or. You are trying to achieve balance that stays in balance. And everything that needs to get to you, to help you, to elevate you, came right on time. Make sure the replay of your life, whatever happens in your life, is not just worth for you to watch it, not just worth for you to listen to it, but for you want to experience it again. Make sure wherever happens in your life in terms of the replay of your life, is not just worth for you to watch it, not just worth for you to listen to it, but for you want to experience it again. One more time for the one more time. Make sure the replay of whatever is happening in your life is not just worth for you to watch it, not just worth for you to listen to it, but for you want to experience it again. I love you. I value. I embrace you. I'll see you real soon. I'll always, and like I said, our iconic phrase, higher is waiting, lower is available. But either way, we're about to go on tour. I love you. I value. I embrace you. I embrace you. I'll see you real soon. Now, everybody, let's ride out, shall we? I really mean that, y'all. Be good to each other, damn it. Too much hate. Show some love. Bye, y'all.
I gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running around chasing you, but I won't. Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive, live. If you hadn't run away, every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. No, you didn't know me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my ways. I found your magic and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. No, you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. In the beginning I just didn't know that you're an enemy I held too close. Now I know, 'cause you did everything to prove me wrong. You were not the guy I thought. Now I'm beating you at your own. Yeah. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive, live. And you didn't know me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my ways. I found your magic and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. And you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. Yeah, I beat you at your game, and if you were me, you would do the same. Man, I really love to play, and now that I won, then it's safe to say you didn't want me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle